I started drinking when I was 13 and started using drugs when I was 14, so it was just a normal, everyday thing for me. I lost my mom when I was 12, had a great dad and had a great childhood. I went to private school, so from the outside looking in, everything always looked okay. When I started drinking and using, I was able to come out of my shell a whole lot. I don't know exactly where I reached the point where I couldn't live without it or function without it, but that happened in my early 20s. Things just got out of hand and ended up going to jail. While I was in jail, there was a girl who was going to Ladies Living Free, and I had never heard of it. I was in jail for 3 weeks, and a bed opened up, luckily, which usually doesn't happen that quick. I had no idea at that point that my life would change the way it had, and my life kind of just started then. Ladies Living Free is a faith-based place for people with life-controlling issues. I will never forget the day that I pulled up to that place. I was more scared than I'd ever been in my entire life. It's hard to explain unless you've actually been there and lived through that, what they do for you. You learn so much. They teach you just how to be a normal human being and to love yourself and not live in the past and not hang on to everything that you've done wrong. I don't feel like I have to be anything that I'm not. That self-worth, I guess, is what I gained.
Addiction changed me into somebody I wasn't. My morals and so forth were basically gone. You get to a place of hopelessness, a place where you lie to yourself and say that you're just hurting yourself, and that's the biggest lie of all, because you're hurting everyone around you and most of the people that love you the most. The Lord's humbled me, and this is the first time in my life where I know that I'm in God's will. And that is something that I never did think that I would know. Whenever I came here, they incorporate a whole bunch of tools of recovery to go along with your relationship and your foundation with Jesus Christ, and that's what I needed. I just didn't know what to do whenever I would struggle or get my heart broke or so forth. I've just learned all the tools of recovery that a person needs to stay clean and sober. Everybody I've ever talked to in addiction is the scariest part is change. Not knowing, knowing that you don't want to live the way you've been living, but not knowing what it's going to be like. For me, I never could see going to a rehab place to where they were, I guess, had degrees on the wall. I wanted somebody that's been through it, and that's what really made a difference in my life with the staff here. They were very supportive, encouraging, and it's just like a big extended family, really. And we're all there to support each other, pick each other up.
Jesus is the only way to get through it. I mean, I could not have done this without him. Pray about everything. No one's going to give you comfort like he can. No one's going to be on your side like he is. He's ultimately the only reason that I'm here right now. I mean, they gave me the tools, but that place led me to God. One thing that my dad always said was, don't forget where he found you. So I never forget where I came from. If you're at that point where you're ready to change your life, just let it happen. And if you're going to dive in completely. You can't just halfway do these things. You have to either want it or you don't. And if you don't want it, it's not going to work. If you're lucky enough to get in that place, just hold on to that opportunity. And remember, if you have a bed there or you're getting an opportunity to go through that program, that there are hundreds who don't get that chance. Hold on to what you've got. You have no idea what it can do for your life if you let it and if you really want it.